Nothing better, I'm sure. Point for the whistle, but you get an extra point for going without being interrupted, so you've now jumped forward. Just in third place with you.
I think you scored 3.
Yes, look at the head.
There's some juggery pokery. What's going on? What are you doing? You can't have a look.
Clement Freud is still in the lead. He's 2 points ahead of Derek Nimmo. Catherine Whiteman is now in third place, and you're just in the way between. So, Kenneth, it's your turn to begin.
Oh, thank goodness for that. I feel like we've heard of.
And a very apt subject again at this particular moment, sauce. Can you talk to us about sauce, Kenneth? Your 60 seconds starting now.
Well, I suppose most people think of it as flavouring, something to be added to their food. Other people think of it as impertinent.
So, Derek Nimmo, why did you challenge? Yes, we've had more than other people.
Oh, how true. How very
How ridiculous you are sometimes. Derek, you gained the subject and of course another point, and there are 51 seconds left for sauce, starting now.
I ought to like a lovely sauce on my gander, don't you?
Kenneth, why did you challenge?
deviation sauce can be piquant, can be nutritious, can be anything, but it can't be lovely. Loveliness. It's not quality.
I disagree. I think you can have a lovely sauce.
No, do you know what loveliness means, dear?
Yes, I know. It means to love. I know all about that.
Well, it's nothing to do with sauce.
No, but colloquially, some people sometimes say that's
We're not here
lovely.
concerned with colloquially.
We are, because that's how we speak colloquially, and when you have to keep going for 60 seconds when there are people like you trying to challenge, it's very difficult to find exactly the right adjective. So the colloquially was not deviating from the subject. Derek Nimmo gets another point, and he keeps sauce, and there are 47 seconds left. Derek, starting now.
One of the troubles with Kenneth Williams is he's always giving the chairman of...
Kenneth Williams, why do you challenge?
Deviation, the subject sauce, not Kenneth Williams.
I think he was going to say one of the troubles with Kenneth Williams is the sauce that he gives, but I'm going to put it to the audience because Kenneth made a good challenge, and obviously Derek was going to get in the word sauce. He wasn't deviating, but if you think that Kenneth's challenge was justified, will you cheer? And if you think it wasn't, will you boo? Will you all do it together now? I think it was an unjustified challenge without any doubt.
I should never have asked him. There are loads of idiots. All being got here and the fourth takes coming for nothing. They're all coming for nothing.
Kenneth, I believe your mother's sitting in the audience.
Yes, I shall leave this stage time. More respect.
Yes, but all right. Anyway, the audience made their decision, and they said that Derek Nimmo not to keep the subject gains a point, and the subject is sauce. Derek, there. 44 seconds left, starting now.
I like sauce on my Christmas cookie. My Aunt Gertrude, who lives at Grassroots Avenue in West Ashton, North Wales, makes quite the finest sauce that I've ever tasted. She puts a lot of brandy into it, and when it goes on top of the old board, she sets fire to it, and the pyrotechnics have to be seen to believe, and people come for miles around to warm their hands around this lovely sauce, and they say, good old!
Clement Freud.
Can't come for miles around from standing on the north season.
Well, yes, I think we must give him that one, mustn't we? It's only fair. So well done, Clement. You gain a point and the subject, and there are 22 seconds left for sauce, starting now.
If you take English mustard, port wine, and red currant jelly, and melt all three substances in a saucepan, you achieve something called Cumberland sauce, which is one of the great classic sauces of this country. It has been said that France has 123 cheeses, and we have one sauce.
Well, we've certainly got plenty of sauce in that round, and Clement Freud was again speaking when the whistle went, so he now has a lead still over Derek Nimmo, but it's only a lead of 1, and the other two are still trailing a little. Clement Freud, it's your turn to begin. The subject is electricity. Can you talk to us about electricity for 60 seconds, starting now?
Electricity is what leaks out of the socket when you remove the bulb. And often have I come into houses which have been fired with this substance to the point of 30, 40, even 60 volts. I've opened the door and someone has said, careful, electricity is around.
Catherine White, on your chance. It was a hesitation, yes. You say hesitation.
Well,
You definitely hesitated.
All right, I'll
yes.
say hesitate, but he said, oh.
Absolutely right. And you gave the subject a point, of course, and there are 38 seconds left for electricity starting now.
I entirely share the fear.
Gavin Freud, your challenge. Yeah, I disagree. And Catherine has yet to get into her stride in this game, so she keeps the subject to gain another point, and there are 37 seconds left for electricity, Catherine, starting now.
I entirely share the
Clement Freud, you have challenged again.
Didn't think she got into her stride properly.
So you're giving her another point.
Oh.
It's at your own expense, you know. So Catherine has another point, and there are 36 seconds left for electricity starting now.
I entirely share the fear of electricity that was expressed in Clement Freud's story. I think that I feel the same way about
With Clement Freud, your challenge.
She said, oh.
So, yes, all right. But the people write in about these things, you know, unless we get absolutely clear. Hesitation, Clement. There are 30 seconds left for you on electricity starting now.
On many a wall, there's something called a plug, from which this electric
Derek Nimmer's challenge. Yes, hesitation, Derek, taking over the subject, and 24 seconds left starting now.
When you go round Piccadilly Circus, there's one of the things that's really striking is the amount of electricity that's employed there to light up the great vista that you look at, and people come and even from their stand-in to look at it, because they know that they are the signs of without parallel in the whole of the British Isles, and I do agree with them. And I tremendous shame that the people of that lovely electricity they make over London have taken down their clock. That was one of my happy childhood memories.
Electric performance by Derek Nimmo gained him an extra point because he was speaking when the whistle went, and he's now equal in the lead alongside Clement Freud. Derek, your turn to begin. The subject is custard pies. Why that makes them laugh so much unless they imagine one on your face or something. But can you talk about it for 60 seconds starting now?
They always say that in France there are 257 cheeses, but in England there's only one custard pie. And I quite agree with them, because this is the sort of thing that any gastronomic pundit loves to give out, whether it is true or not. But I always like to devour this particular delicacy. If you go along...
Catherine White, or White,
it's not a delicacy.
Well, I suppose the way you look at it, you see.
Well, if it depends on looking at it, that was my point.
Yes, I think in most people it is not considered a delicacy, and there are 42 seconds left for you with custard pies starting now.
The great thing about custard pies is to distinguish between an eating pie and a throwing pie.
Derek Nimmer's challenge. Yes, it is custard pies, it says, a throwing pie and an eating pie, so I think that's legitimate.
That makes two pies in all.
Yes, that's a good point, isn't it?
That's the subject.
Yes, all right. We'll even do Catherine White when you have another point. And there are 36 seconds left for custard pies starting now.
You make them with entirely different things according to which you wish to do with them.
Clement Freud.
The two witches.
Yes.
Which you wish.
Sounded from here, because we're saying exactly the same thing twice.
But actually, Clement, I think...
You're too awful, so rude. If a lady come here for the first time, that'll take to rise like that.
Actually, Clement, if you'd had it for hesitation, which it sounded like to me, I would agree.
Yes,
Actually,
now I
said
would
which
say
and
that.
which. Therefore, I disagree with the challenge because it was not deviation. So, Catherine gets another point, and there are 32 seconds left for custard pies, Catherine, starting now. Derek Nimmer challenge.
Well, it's not much good, is it, really? But I was getting to say hesitation, but I didn't realise she hadn't looked to her stride. So
I think it would be fair to say she has got into her stride now. She's well and truly in her stride and doing extraordinarily well. So it was a hesitation. She didn't get going in time. So Derek, you get a point. You take the subject back. 30 seconds left for custard pies starting now.
when he picks one up, he throws it up there and it lands in his own face. And I always laugh at that, don't you? I do think that you go along and play them, and that's what goes
Catherine White. Yes, the little twice. Well, listen, Catherine, you have another point.
Jolly
You
good.
Take over the subject.
riding away now.
Really in the stride, isn't she?
Yeah. Right.
Custard pies is back with you, Catherine, and there are
meant to challenge him at the time, Dick, when I was carried away.
You were throbbing, in other words. Well, what are you challenging about now?
Boring.
I'm afraid in this game he can be as boring as he likes, as long as he keeps going and doesn't hesitate, repeat, or deviate. It doesn't matter, so he gets another point, but I can't agree with the challenge. And there are 14 seconds left for custard pies, Clement, starting now.
One of the best things about custard pies is that it doesn't make you repeat, unlike radishes, which have often been said to have this quality. You use eggs and milk and sugar, and you bake blind in an oven. Flour.
Speaking again, when the whistle went at the end of that round, increased his lead. And I see it, I'm afraid it is time for us to finish because we have no more time. So let me give you the final score. Kenneth Williams, unlike him, trailed a little this week in fourth place. Catherine Whitehorn, for the first time, did extraordinarily well because she came a very good third, only 2 points behind Derek Nimmo, who was 3 points behind this week's winner, Clement Freud. All we have time for. We do hope you've enjoyed this particular edition of Just a Minute, and from all of us here, goodbye.
The chairman of Just a Minute was Nicholas Parsons. The programme was devised by Ian Mester and produced by David about it is our chairman, Nicholas Parsons.
Thank you very much indeed, and welcome once again to Just a Minute. And I'm pleased to welcome back to the show most courageously Brunella Scales. She's come once again to try and pit her wits against these three devastating, passionate players in the silent players of the game. Anyway, well, good luck, Brunella. I'm sure you're going to do jolly well. And once again, I'm going to ask them each to speak on some unlikely subject that they can without hesitation, without repetition, and without deviating from the subject. And according to how well they do it, they will gain points, and of course they're challenged, and I agree with the challenge, they will not gain points. That is how we play, that is how we score. And Clement Freud, will you begin? And can you start this week on astronomy? 60 seconds now.
Ideally, to study and practice astronomy, you need a dark
Clement Williams, you've challenged very rapidly. Why?
Deviation, you cannot ideally study anything, let alone astronomy, but rubbish.
But you know, I think you ideally can do something. I mean,
Well,
it's
you wouldn't be a
according
human
to
being, will you? Would you? You should be ideal. No human being is. So
I know, but it's according to your... it's according to your interpretation of the word. And some people's feelings may be that what they're doing is an ideal way of doing something. And so I disagree with the challenge, so Clement Freud wins, and he keeps the subject of astronomy. 55 seconds left, starting now.
A dark night, and many is the occasion on which I have nudged the housekeeper and taken out my telescope and said, "Oh ho, there is
Very good challenge.
I wish I hadn't. I thought he said oh, but he didn't. He said oh,
He said ho ho, didn't you?
Repetition. I wasn't going to. I wasn't.
Oh, he was being very clever, setting himself up for as a target, and, well, what did you say actually, Clement?
oh ho."
Oh, yes.
Quite distinctly, without any ulterior motive.
Actually, the chairman did think as I did.
I did say
No,
this.
no, it comes into the song, oh ho, his nose doth show how off the blackjack to his lips doth go.
Yeah.
I suppose we better get on.
I don't, yes, but we enjoyed it anyway. Clement, you keep the subject. 47 seconds left for astronomy, starting now.
There is the plough, say I. Pluff, responds the woman. No, no.
Very few challenge.
I suspect it wasn't yo-ho.
Your suspicions are correct. It was absolutely correct. So, 2 no's, give you a point, Derek. You take over the subject, and there are 40 seconds left. Astronomy starting now.
My favourite place to study astronomy is standing on top of the Wallace Memorial outside Stirling. There I look up into the night at Orion's belt. 3 beautiful stars gleaming, and I know that only the fiery smoke of 1,000 years that came before the birth of time.
Prunella Scales, you have challenged.
Deviation, it's a science. He's getting all romantic about it.
He's getting romantic, but you said romance and the science.
Astronomy is a science. You
Yes, I
can't
know.
talk about science like that.
Oh, I think you can be romantic about anything, really, Prunella. It was jolly well tried, but I'm afraid I do feel that he wasn't, strictly speaking, deviating from astronomy, so however romantic he wants to get about it. So he gains another point, and there are 8 seconds left. Astronomy, Derek, starting now.
One has a rather jolly shape like a pan, and I always liked looking at that one when I was 7½. My mother used to show.
Just to remind you that that whistle, which is so beautifully blown by Ian Messiter, tells us that 60 seconds is up, and whoever is speaking at that moment gains an extra point. On this occasion, it was Derek Nimmo, who has a lead of 1 over Clement Freud at the end of the first round. Kenneth, will you begin the next round? Something that you've given plenty of in this particular game, passion. So can you give us some more passion, or at least talk about passion, for 60 seconds, starting now?
Well, as Saint Simeon passionately declared, all that we know of a man is his reputation, and therefore his character. Only the all-knowing can be aware of that. How true this is, and with what motivation this so thrills the human brain that you might define the entire thing as passion, and I to a degree of intensity. People actually said, look at him being fascinating. So it is, he's passionate.
Prunella Scales, you challenge 1.
Repetition, he's going, he is.
Yes, he is. It was very...
No, I said he is going, he is.
Hey,
That's not repetition, that's he is 1 minute, and it's he is.
Oh, let the audience be the judge. They're absolutely fair, always the audience are.
No, no, fair.
I am about to ask them.
No, because you're quite right. You're the member. We will abide. We will abide by your decision, my friend.
No, you have challenged my decision, so therefore, ladies and gentlemen, if you agree with Prunella's challenge, will you cheer, and if you disagree, will you boo, and you all do it together now? Just that. All right. So the audience have decided it, and there are 14 seconds left for you, Prunella, on passion, starting now.
Passion is totally foreign to the English mentality. The French understand it.
Derek Nimmo, why have you challenged?
It's not foreign to my mentality.
inclined to agree. It is not foreign to the English mentality. They may be less passionate in some races, but it's
Well,
not.
she's speaking in a general sense, and she's quite right. We're not as passionate.
You just said you were throbbing with it.
Oh, but I am not English, my darling. I am Welsh. Come to see, come to read, come to understand.
Anyway, I agree with Derek's challenge, and he takes the subject of passion. There are 9 seconds left, Derek, starting now.
I have tremendous passion for butterfly collecting, and I go out with a lovely net on green meadows.
Fill in the scales, right?
This is exactly what I meant. You have a passion for butterfly collecting.
Yes.
But this is what I meant about it being foreign to the English temperament.
I don't think you established that.
Deviation.
No, I mean, you
Butterfly collecting.
But that's what I mean. It's still passion. That is the subject on the card. It's not strictly speaking deviated from it, however much you think it may be devious to have a passion for butterflies. So the passion is still with you, Derek, and there are 3 seconds left starting now.
I have a passion for nubile women with big thighs, and
So now, can I ask you, did Derek's last thought?
Oh, yes, that was exactly.
Oh, good. Well, there we are. But Derek has increased his lead at the end of that round over all the others, and Fenella, it's your turn to begin. The subject is why I want to play Lady Macbeth. I don't know whether you have ever felt you wanted to play it, but anyway, can you talk about it for 60 seconds, starting now?
I have never played Lady Macbeth, but I've always wanted to because I think I'm absolutely ideal casting for it. When I was very young, I was convinced that I would grow up tall and dark and gaunt and ecstatically beautiful. I also thought I would grow up to be a man, but that didn't happen.
Derek never shouted right. Yes, that is right. So, Derek, you gain a point, and you take over the subject. Why I want to play Lady Macbeth. Can you tell us why? And there are 44 seconds left, starting now.
I want to play Lady Macbeth. When I was a child, I always thought that I would grow up to be gaunt and beautiful. And
Kenneth Phillips, right?
We've had all this before.
But I'm afraid you haven't had it from Derek. So therefore he gets another point. So he can say the first time. 37 seconds left, Derek. Why I want to play Lady Macbeth starting now.
it could be absolutely lovely to romp around. There's great long roads with blood all over your hands.
Deviation, nobody ever played Lady Macbeth. Romp around.
You haven't seen some of the people play Lady Macbeth.
It's not a romp.
They can't, in any sense.
The thunder, but not a romp.
All right. I know. No, you're well in the lead. It's a questionable point whether you deviated from the subject or not. But I think there is some justification for the charge, so I give it to you, Kenneth. And there are 34 seconds left for why I want to play Lady Macbeth, starting now.
Why I want to play Lady Macbeth is because that's what Shakespeare wrote it for in the beginning. Ah, boy, and what more lovely specimen than what you see before you. Now, if I got up to stage...
Audience obviously disagrees. They entirely disagree with Derek's challenge. But obviously, well, all right, I tell you what, we'll put it to the audience. Do you agree with Derek's challenge, ladies and gentlemen? If you do, will you cheer? And if you disagree, will you boo? You order it together now.